I believe in growth. I believe in progression over perfection. I believe in purpose held by every one of us. And in this podcast, we're giving life to that. Grab your favorite cup of drink and have a conversation with me. Hey family, welcome back. By God's grace, I turned 27th on the 19th and wanted to share with you my progress of growth, healing, progression, loving, being myself, and just growing and just flourishing with you. The year was nowhere easy as there were tons of challenges, opportunities of growth, laughter, love, and basically seeing myself and relating to what makes me me. Because sometimes the noise of the world would make one lose track of who they are. So when you shut out the noise and focus on yourself and relating to yourself, that's what will make you see yourself for who you are in terms of what you need to improve, where you need to grow, what to start loving about yourself, and what you need to enhance in order to become the greatest version of ourselves. Okay, relation has everything to do with growth, but I also like to focusing on the things that are lovable about myself. I have a lot of amazing qualities, and I believe that you do as well. So sometimes sit with yourself, look at yourself, and admire the qualities that you have. So on this episode, I'll be sharing with you the lessons that I have learned up until this age and how I will further use these lessons in moving forward and also becoming the greatest, most matured version of myself, one that loves myself regardless, one that gives space to myself to bloom and become who I am seeing myself being and who God wants me to be as well. So number one, age is not a parameter for worth. You can still achieve your set goals at any age for as long as you are committed and consistent. There's one thing that I have realized in our age is that we say by the age 25, I should have had a house, I should have been married, I should have been having this and that. And then when that age comes and you haven't really achieved what you had planned you would, you start feeling like you're not worthy or you're not enough or you have fallen behind and stuff like that. But right now, what I have learned is that you can still achieve at any age that you are. Whatever it is that you want, you can still achieve it. There are people that are on their 50s and they're still studying, they're still chasing their dreams, they are still committed and consistent to who they want to be. So age, yes, you can say, by this age, I want to have achieved this, but you'd find that is not what God has for you at the time. That's not what God have seen that you will handle at that time. So what will happen when you get to that age and then you haven't achieved it? Don't feel like you are left behind or something is wrong with you or you are not worthy of nice things, or because you see in yourself have achieved that at a certain age, you think that maybe that is the same plan that God has for you. It's not. It's really not. So I want us to know that, of course, we are getting older, but it doesn't mean that our journey ends at a certain age or we can achieve things up to a certain age. I have learned that being committed and consistent to the broader image of who we want to be is what will make the dream work, whether or not you are at a certain age. So if you find out that maybe by 27, I had wanted, let's say, a set of apartments or a couple of houses or whatever, just work on that, work on it. Because you know that, okay, by this age, I have not achieved what I have wanted to. But the good thing about it is that you can now learn how to get there at a later stage instead of just giving up on yourself and on everything. Because who knows that when you give up, it is right at the moment of your breakthrough. So that is the first thing that I have learned. And the second thing, don't take life too seriously. Don't conform to other people's perception of who and what you should become at a certain point in your life. Don't live your life according to other people's image of who you are or how you should carry yourself, because maybe for some reason you hold a certain position at work, or maybe you hold a certain position at church, so they expect you to carry yourself a certain way. No, live your truth. Live your truth. And there's a quote from one of my favorite movies entitled Maybe For You, where it's a romantic movie about a caregiver falling in love with a paraplegic patient and all that. So at the end of the movie, the patient left a letter for that lady that says, you should live your life to the fullest. You should live. So that is what I'm saying to us all today, is that we should live our lives to the fullest. Don't live in a shell. Don't close yourself up and thinking that you cannot live your truth because you are perceived in a certain way. That's one of the ways of being unhappy. Number 3, you can figure things out as you go. There is no such thing as being perfect, but persistence and consistency to yourself and goals makes the dream work. This brings us back to our first point, that you can figure things out. You can figure things out. Whether or not you are 30, whether you are 35, or whether you can still learn. You can still commit to your goals. You can still start over as many times as you like. I often say, and I often think of this perspective, that for as long as you are breathing, you can still achieve whatever it is that you send your mind to. For as long as you have the capability to wake up in the morning, go out, search your phone, search your Instagram and whatever, you still have the capability to achieve. It's not that by the age of 30, then the world is coming to an end for you. It's not. Be there for yourself. There is no such thing as being perfect because you are at a certain age, and because you think that by now you should know certain things. We are not brought to the same level of knowledge and information as everyone else. Everyone has their own level of burden to carry, and yours is enough for you at that point. Use that to move forward. And number 4, allow yourself to be loved. Open your heart to different kinds of love, and also allow yourself to love. But in that, carry your mind and common sense with you. Of course, you can love. Like myself, I love loving people. That's just one thing that I really love, that I enjoy doing. I love people. That's that I will love you because I do. I don't need to have a reason, or maybe I love you because you're doing something for me, or I love you because you are related to somebody else. I will love you just because you are. But in that, take your common sense with you. Take your mind with you. Don't allow yourself to be a doormat just because you love people. Don't allow yourself to be a bin where everyone throws their trash and throws their problem and throws everything at, just because you can listen to a certain level and offer advice. You are not that. Those are the things that will, at the end of the day, make you miserable, and you will feel like you are giving and giving and giving, and no one is pouring back to you, because you have made yourself a doormat. You have allowed your love to be taken for a ride. Yes, love people, but love people with your mind in it. Know that this is where I should pour out, and this is where I shouldn't. Love, I'm not saying love conditionally, but know where to direct your love. Love freely and allow yourself to be loved as well, because you can love, but you find that when somebody tries to mirror that back to you, you feel that maybe you are not worthy, or maybe, I don't know, for some reason you cannot accept love. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow people to pamper you. Allow your friends to be there for you. Allow for spaces in your life that makes you you. I believe strongly that people are in their most natural when they are vulnerable and when they feel loved. That is when you are at your most optimum level of being human, because I believe that God created us from love, and love really is what puts all the pieces together. So when we put ourselves in that environment of giving and receiving love, that is when we feel whole and complete and all things good that we want to attract in our lives. And number 5, give life to your ideas. Sit with yourself, brainstorm, and make your dreams come true. Literally make your dreams come true. Sit with yourself, ask yourself, Didi, what do I love doing? What do I love doing? How can I direct my energy and resources to what I love doing? And what ideas do I have that would make my life 10 times better? Give life to such thoughts. Give life to such ideas. And I strongly believe that each and every one of us has certain ideas in their minds that they would like to manifest. Sit with yourself, give life to that. Speak positively to your ideas. Learn what you can do to make your dreams come true, and sit, get the work done, and do it. Just do it. Don't be afraid of what people are going to say. Don't be afraid of maybe this product is not good enough, or maybe what I want to do. Tons of people have done it before. Yes, tons of people have done it before. But in your product, there is your touch. That is what makes it unique. Your touch and your authenticity in what you want to bring out there makes everything unique. So yes, there are other people that might be doing the same service. Maybe you want to be a makeup artist, or maybe you want to do nails or something. Yes, there are other makeup artists out there, but your authenticity makes it solely your idea, and it can flourish if you give life to it, right? Number 6, and our final lesson, one that brought us all here: give God some space to do His work in your life, whether it be in friendships, in your relationship, in your family, in your work, in your business, in school. Give God space. Pray about what you want to see. Pray for your friends. Pray about your friends. Pray for your relationships, your partners. Pray for your family. And really, I believe I can bet with my life that you will see God's hand in everything that will unfold from your prayer to the people that are close to you, or the people that are not close to you. Maybe you can pray for people that are sick in the hospitals, or whatever it is that God will tell you to pray about at that time. If you listen carefully and listen closely when you're praying, God will say something to you. So give God some space to also work in you. God will show you what is the most admirable about yourself, and He will also show you what you need to improve about yourself. So be present in that moment. Give God some space and see yourself flourish to the person you have never imagined yourself becoming, because God would be the one behind the project of being self. Those are my lessons. That is what I have learned by far, and I believe that we will continue from this now moving forward, being the best versions. And I want us this year to focus on what is lovable about ourselves. Sometimes we learn things and we sometimes focus on improving, but we don't appreciate who we are at that certain moment. You don't appreciate how easy it is for you to love people, how good of a listener you are, how it's easy for you to just visit someone and they feel happy, how beautiful your smile is or something. We overlook such things, but once we take time, you find that those are the things that will speak to your inner being, and you will feel wholesome when you mirror back the love that you give out there to yourself. So have a beautiful week. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope it will give you something to think about, something to talk about, and also make a list to yourself as well. That what have I learned by far? How can I improve? How can I love myself more? So from me, that's it. I hope you have a beautiful week. Love yourself. I love you. Be yourself. Go out there and live out your truth. Bye. Thank you for your time, love. I hope you enjoyed. Kindly let me and other lovers know what you think and how you have grown with us through our reviews. Kindly share and subscribe, and also engage with us on our Instagram and YouTube under In Essence with Didi. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, engaging with you, and loving you through it all.